I peed on that stick. And I'm like, hey, okay, ready for Jackson. Jackson over there nervous, out of her mind nervous. And I'm like, hey, okay, excited. Our test come back, hers say negative. Mine say positive. I said, wait, what? What's up, y'all? It's your girl DH Money back with another video. So today, y'all, today, we're gonna be talking about how I found out I was pregnant. Oh, child. Okay, y'all, so let me tell y'all. Right now, I'm 30, no, Nike, my puppy right here. Right now, I'm 36 weeks pregnant, or 35 weeks pregnant. Either I'm 35 or 36 weeks pregnant. I have to check, y'all. After so long, I just got tired of counting or keeping track. But I have an app to keep track, you know. No. Acting a fool. Showing out for the camera. But yeah, so let's just get into this video. Make sure you, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back. And make sure y'all like and comment and share my video. Right now I'm at 97 subscribers, trying to get me to 200, period. But yeah, let's get into it. So, y'all, I didn't find out I was pregnant like regular people find out they pregnant. Like, I'm low-key kind of dumb. So, your girl ain't come on her period. Well, I came on and then, like, it was, like, light, you know, light, whatever. I'm like, oh, I got, like, period. I must be, like, you know, stressing because work, my job is very demanding, like, very demanding. I'm in the Marine Corps, I'm in the military, and so my job is very demanding, and like I just thought I was stressed out because I was stressed out. So yeah, and I do I'm basically like accounting. I deal with all the finances for my unit or whatever. So yeah, I deal with the money, the cha-ching. Y'all look, this is Nike. He got a check mark on the back of his neck. That's why we named him Nike. And he is being bad right now. Boom, period, like, whatever. Ain't think nothing of it. Still doing me. Still going to the gym. Still, you know, doing me. And then, so, yeah, I'm doing, your girl was crying one day because my abs was, like, gone. And I was going to the gym every day with my husband. And for some reason, my abs is gone. And I'm, like, crying, like, boo crying. Like, what the heck? Like, my abs are gone. I feel bloated. Like, why am I bloated? Like, what the heck? And my husband's like, oh, well, you're not going hard enough. You need to eat healthy. And I'm like, bro, no, like, whatever. So he asking, he like, when the last time you come on your period? And I told him, I'm like, oh, it's just stress, blah, blah, blah. So months go by, like 2 or 3 months go by, and I haven't come on my period. And I'm like, it's just stress. It's just stress. Like, I'm just super stressed out from work.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Pardon me?
Are you dumb?
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
Are you, like, medically speaking, are you, like...
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb. Do you think
she's dumb.
Boom. My friend, Jackson, that's her last name, because, you know, military, we call our last names. That's her last name. And she didn't come on her period either. So I'm like, we thinking she pregnant. And I'm like,
oh my gosh, you pregnant, you about to have, take one for the team, you about to have a baby, blah, blah.
all of this stuff. So she's scared because she thinks she's pregnant. I'm like, I ain't coming on my period because of you, blah, 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 all of this stuff. And that's what I'm telling my husband, like, yeah, I ain't coming on my period because we think Jackson's pregnant. So, y'all, no, that wasn't the case at all. So tell me why. So like I said, a couple months go by without me having a period. And then one day Jackson was like, she called me and she like, I bought some pregnancy tests, blah, blah, blah. I'm scared to take it by myself. I'm like, girl, come over so we can take these tests together so we can find out you pregnant so you can have our baby. Because I'm the baby daddy, period. We took the test. Y'all, we took the test. I peed on that stick. And I'm like, hey, okay, wait for Jackson. Jackson over there nervous, out of her mind nervous. And I'm like, hey, okay, excited. Our test come back, hers say negative. Mine say positive. I said, wait, what? Did you like switch those?
Boy, if you don't.
She was like, oh, you're pregnant. And I was like,
No. This is wrong.
she's like, I got some more tests in the car. So she come back, she go to the test, she bring out some more. So at this point, I'm like crying. So I take the other tests and they all came back positive. And like, yo, I was in like so much denial. Like, I took so many tests. Like, I wasted so much money on pregnancy tests. Like, I wasted so much money on pregnancy tests. Pregnancy tests. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. And they always come back positive. Like, and I spent all the money for the digital ones. Like, all of them. I'm like, bro, what the hell? No. So then I tell my husband, finally, did I tell him that day? Or I think I might have told him the next day. Or a couple days after. I don't even remember. Because I was like in shock. But he knew something was wrong. Because like I was like kind of like sad. So I'm not gonna lie. Like I was sad because at the time, like I'm 20. I'm about to be 21 in October. I'm gonna have my baby. It's what, February 20 something. My baby's due March 21st. So it's like, so basically I got pregnant when I was 19. So I was like, yo, like, no, like this wasn't in my plans. Like I was not, like everybody who knows me, like my family, everybody, they was all like, out of all my siblings, they always assume I was willing to never, like ever have kids, like ever. And I was first one to get pregnant. I mean, I'm the oldest out of my sisters, but like my other older siblings on my dad's side, they already have kids, whatever. But like out of me and my three sisters, because we're close in age, you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna be the last one to have kids if you do ever have kids. Y'all. But so I was like upset and I was like crying. I'm like, I'm too young. Like this is gonna ruin my life. Like what am I gonna do? Like I can't keep it. Like all this. Like honestly, these were like my honest thoughts. Like I was not prepared like to have a baby. Like what was I gonna do? Like me, the Asian Monet, having a baby. Look at me. I was like, my body, like, no, like, I can't. Like, no, this is not. And then I was telling my husband, he's just like, well, you know, I've been praying and stuff. And he was telling me that he asked God, like even before me and him got together, like when he was doing stuff for other people, like dating other people, all that stuff, for him to not get a girl pregnant until it was time for him to have a baby. So when he told me that, I was just like, okay. And he like, it's in God's plan, you know, like blah blah blah, you know, like we not gonna. I'm like, okay. So that made me feel like a lot better. But yeah, and yeah, that was that. And then I was just like how like my original feelings, I like didn't want it, honestly. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't want it, I did, but I was just like nervous. So I wanted it, but I didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to control my emotions. I was like shocked and scared and nervous, and I was just like, bro. And like one of the first people I called Sanders, and I was like crying, and she was like, oh my gosh, like she was so excited. So like Sanders and Jackson were the first people to know that I was pregnant. And yeah. And my friend Imani. Hi, Imani. Yeah. So those three, Imani, Tashara Sanders, and Keena Jackson, were the first three people to know that I was pregnant. And they were really, like, everybody was really supportive for the most part. I'm not gonna get into the non-supporters at first. No negative energy over here, period. But like the people who were supportive, I'm really thankful for them because they were really here for me. Everything was like really hard because it's different. Like the transition, like my body, like y'all look at my stomach. Hold on, wait. Like your girl was flat. Like I've always been skinny. Like I've always been small, like a smaller, petite female. So like when I started getting a stomach, like, and like I literally just started showing. Like you kind of tell, like I was showing to myself, like because I know my body, so I noticed, and like my husband knows my body, so we noticed, like, oh, you got a little baby bump, like, it's so cute, blah blah blah. But me, I'm like, oh my gosh. But like I literally just started showing like a couple weeks ago, like a month ago. Like literally people in my shop was just like, I went on leave and then I came back and then they saw me and they were like, bro, you literally just got big out of nowhere. And I was like, yeah. Like literally I got like big out of nowhere. But right now everything's like going good. Like I'm happy I don't really have stretch marks. I have like a couple like on the actual like stomach part, like on my actual, like by my belly button and stuff, like I have stretch marks, whatever. I feel like because she grew so fast. It's a girl, by the way. Her name's Diera. Her real name's gonna be Dior. So Dior Seabury. Yeah, Diera. And everybody, I wanted a boy. Like we wanted a boy. We thought we were having a boy. Like, we were so convinced we were having a boy, y'all. If y'all haven't watched my gender reveal video, go watch that. Because we were so convinced that we were having a boy. Yeah, we're having a boy. His name's going to be Josiah. Blah, blah, blah. All of this stuff. Like, because my husband's name is Justin. So we're going to name our son Josiah. And my name's Deasia. And our daughter's name is Dear. So it was like, okay, cool. We're having a boy. It's going to be Josiah. Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. And when we did our gender reveal, go watch it if you haven't already watched it. Our face was like, I was talking so much trash. So much trash. I'm like, I already know it's a boy. If it's a girl, you can just cancel the whole part. Like, I was like, if it's a girl, everybody gonna get kicked out. Blah, blah, blah. I was just in the gender reveal right there. Like, And so all my friends knew that I was having a girl. Jackson, Tashara, and Amber. And y'all, they had me thinking I was having a boy this whole time. I was so confident. I'm like, yeah, I'm having a boy. I already know what I'm having. Josiah and Justin, he all, oh, it's a baby Josiah in there, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, we had a girl. Our faces, we was like, bro, my dog, he farting in his sleep. Ugh, that junk stink. But like I was saying, I'm really blessed to have a successful and a healthy pregnancy. I'm like 28 days away from my due date. And I have had complications, but I've been healthy. Like my husband had COVID and I couldn't taste anything. He couldn't smell. He was legit like sick because he went on a deployment and like a debt, whatever. And then he came back and him and the people who he came back with, they had COVID, and me and him lived together. So like I could have caught COVID, and thank God, like I got tested. So I was on like quarantine, whatever. And I actually need to call them because my results are supposed to be coming back and I haven't received my results back. But even if I did, or like even if I do have it or whatever, I know I don't have it, but like my husband had COVID. Long story short, my husband had COVID and I didn't get it. So I'm like blessed to have went through this pregnancy with COVID and everything going on, and I have not caught COVID. I haven't been really sick. Like I didn't have morning sickness when I like first got pregnant. That's why I really didn't know, because I'm like, I didn't have any morning sickness. I don't throw up. Like the only thing is like I couldn't really eat meat. Like I was stuck on eating like fruits, and I would eat like mashed potatoes and like vegetables. That was all I could eat. Like I don't really eat meat. Like I'm not really, now since I've been pregnant, like I just love meat. And then it was like only one time where I craved meat, and I really wanted a steak from like Longhorns, and I like legit like cried. He brought me a steak. But yeah, other than that, I've just been like eating ice cream, fruit, and everything. And yeah, like I've had complications. Like my platelet count is low, so I'm not gonna be able to get epidural. So I'm gonna have to do a natural birth or whatever. And then I have really low iron. So I've been getting iron infusions because iron supplements haven't been working for me. So I have to get iron infusions. I was getting that done every week, and it's not working that much. Like we haven't really seen any like dramatic changes. My iron count went up by like 2 points or whatever. It's like I think it's sitting at like a 8 or a 9 now. Finally, no, it went up like 3 points. I think like 3 or 4. So I'm sitting at like an 8 or a 9. But yeah, like I'm just truly blessed because there's some people who can't get pregnant, some people who have miscarriages, and some people who like a lot of stuff. So I had to look at it as a blessing and not a curse because like me, like I could be ungrateful and God forbid I could have lost the baby. And then well, I'm sitting there looking stupid. Like my husband's upset, I'm upset because we just lost our baby because I was being ungrateful, you know? So I just thank God every day for giving me the opportunity to actually experience motherhood. And I feel like it's made me a better person, a better woman, and it's helped me grow and like see like I've like seen a lot. And I don't know, it's just a blessing to be able to get pregnant, and it's a blessing to have a baby. And like I'm nervous because it's like it took me forever to pick out her name because I'm like, yo, like this girl, like this baby, this child is depending on me for everything. And if I give her, like, what if I give her the wrong name? Like, it's just like, I was just like overthinking everything. And like, I just really love the name Diera, and it's like close to my name, Deasia. And I love her middle name Dior because like Dior, I think is Greek. I think, don't quote me, but I think in Greek, Dior means sunshine. One of the languages, Dior means sunshine. So that's why I really like Dior the most. Like Dior, Sebri. I really like that. Yeah, and it's different, it's unique. Like my name's different. My name is unique, and I wanted her to have the same. Like I don't want her to have an average name. Like some people have the name, yeah, but I feel like Dior is a really, really pretty name. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just 6 week update, I guess. I have to go to OBGYN every week now. I actually have an appointment on Thursday. I'm in Beaufort, South Carolina, but I have to drive an hour away. Even though I'm not complaining about driving an hour away because I prefer the OBGYN in Savannah anyways than the one actually in Beaufort because so many people complain about it. It's so many bad reviews about the one here. So I'm thankful that I'm able to go to that one. So I have to go now every week, and I'm still taking my iron pills, and I have to see, like, we're gonna see about my platelet count or however you pronounce it. But yeah, they're gonna check. They had to, like, literally every time I go, they have to draw blood. It feels like every time I go, something else is like wrong. It's another complication. But I low-key feel like the platelet count thing was like, me personally, it's not no low-key about it. I feel like the platelet count thing was a sign from God because I couldn't decide whether I was gonna get epidural or do like straight natural, like no epidural. And I have scoliosis. So like, you know, epidural is a shot in your back. And I guess like, actually one of my friends I was over here yesterday was just telling me like her friend has scoliosis and it messed up her back even more, like even way more. So she has a lot of problems now. But like I could not decide like whether I was gonna do natural or get epidural. So I kept praying to God and praying to God and praying to God and asking him like, Lord, please speak to me. Please let me know whether you want me to do natural or get epidural. And then the last time, like my platelet count has been fine, like the whole time, my whole pregnancy. And I go to the OBGYN after praying and praying on it. And then my doctor tells me, he's like, this is weird. Your platelet count is really low. And I'm like, what does that mean? And he's like, oh, it means it's something with like your blood clot and all this other stuff. And if it stays this low, you won't be able to get epidural. You'll have to do a natural birth. And I was like, wow, God really, like that was God telling me like, no, you don't need the epidural. You can do natural. Like you got this. You're strong enough to do this. So even if it like my platelet count go back up, I'm not getting epidural because I really feel like that was God telling me like his decision because I could not decide. Like I couldn't decide, and everybody was like scaring me, like, "Oh, girl, no, get the epidural, blah blah blah." But after doing research, like sometimes the epidural don't work the whole time, so you just got that really really painful shot in your back, and then it only lasts for 30 minutes, or it only or like they give it to you too early, and then you go into labor however long after, and you still gotta feel the pain. So regardless of the fact, you just went through getting that shot in your back they could possibly paralyze you if they do it wrong, if you move wrong, anything. And everybody who knows me knows I'm scared of needles. Like unless it's getting a tattoo, I can get a tattoo. But like getting shots, like I'm a baby, like getting my blood drawn, like this pregnancy, oh my gosh, like they draw so much blood, they give you so many shots, like yo, I could not take it. Like every time the people who do it, they're like, okay, here we go again, you know, blah blah blah. And like they literally have to trick me, like, okay, look that way, and then they have to stick me, and I still jump, like I'm a baby, like I'm a kid, but I'm scared of like needles and getting my blood drawn and stuff. Like that's just not for me. Like it's just not it. Like, yeah. I haven't had to like, you know, some people like have to get rushed to the hospital because they be having like stuff going on. I only had to get rushed to the hospital once my whole pregnancy, or like had to go to the hospital because I thought something, well, twice. So once, the first time I was having really, really like sharp bad pains like on my right side. Like at first I was trying to like take it, I was taking it, and then it got so bad to where like I couldn't walk, like I almost collapsed. And then I was at work, and then one of my friends, Tashar, she rushed me to the hospital, and then Justin ended up meeting us there. And it turns out I had a bladder infection. That bladder infection. So yeah. But the baby was perfectly fine. The baby was perfectly healthy. I just had a bladder infection, which is common in pregnancy because being pregnant, you have to drink way more water than what you're used to drinking because of the fluids for the baby. So it's common. And I used to drink a whole bunch of water. I used to drink like a gallon of water a day before I was pregnant. But like now, like when I'm pregnant, it's hard for me to drink water. I don't know why. Like I can drink juice all day. Like I'm thirsty and I want some juice. Like I want something with some flavor. I do not be wanting water. I have to force myself to drink water. But yeah, and then the second time was when we were scared because I had fell down the stairs, and I fell down the stairs, and then like days later, we weren't feeling like the baby move. Like I wasn't feeling the baby move or kick or anything. And like Justin, he would always like, this might sound weird, but he talks to the baby, and when he talks to her, if she's like woke or something, she would like move, and she would like, he would have his hand on there, and she'll like be kicking, and she'll be moving around, like, or she'll even wake up out of her sleep when he like talks to her and stuff. And it's so crazy. Like she's gonna know who he is. Like she's gonna know his voice because whenever she hears his voice, she starts moving around. Like she's getting excited, and like that was happening for like a couple of days, and like nothing was happening. Like we weren't feeling her move. We weren't doing anything, and yeah, like it was like scary. And like I called the OBGYN, and they told me, like they were like, you haven't felt the baby move in how many days? And I told them, and they was like, oh, we need you to come in. And then I told them I fell down the stairs. Like, yeah, you should have came in when you fell down the stairs. Like, what is wrong with you? But I didn't know. And I didn't want to be like one of the people like, oh my gosh, well, this happened, so let me go to the doctor, or my baby. But like, you have to be that way just to make sure everything's going on with your body and your baby. Like, don't ever, and like they have to tell me, like, don't ever be scared to come to the hospital because you feel like something's wrong, or you feel like something's not right, something's not sitting with you, or to even call just to make sure everything's like good to go, squared away, like everything's going how it should be. Because at the end of the day, it's your body and it's your baby. And no matter what nobody else say, like, because I'm that type of person, because I'm in the military, and everybody else, oh, females are only good to get pregnant, like only good to, like in the Marine or like in the military in general, all they do is just get pregnant and blah blah blah, this other stuff. So I was like, I don't want to be that stereotype. Like they're like, oh, pregnant, like women are lazy, like pregnant women, they don't do anything, they're lazy. So like me, I was still working out, I was still doing everything that I would regularly do. Like I was still trying to lift stuff, like everything. Everybody like, you're pregnant, like, and I'd be like, I don't like to be a stereotype, you know? Like I'm very independent, and me and my husband gets into it all the time because how independent I am. He
like, let me do stuff for you. Like, let me help you, girl. Let me help you.
And I be having I have to sometimes learn how to step back, like, okay, like, but like I've learned, like, don't worry about what nobody else thinks, because you can harm yourself or your baby or whatever is the case may be, trying to prove your point to somebody else when it don't need to be that way. But yeah, so like I was like, oh, I don't want to go to the hospital and I think something wrong, but like they had to tell me, like, girl, if you think something wrong, you better bring your butt to the hospital. Like, skip them, because they not gonna be the ones having to do it. If something happened to you or your baby, they're not the ones gonna have to deal with it. You are. You and your husband is. And my husband was explaining the same thing to me. He was getting so mad, so I had to, because like I would like stress myself out at work. Like I was so stressed out. Like I do a lot at work, a lot, and I was stressing myself out. My husband was like, no, you need to stop, because you're stressing yourself out and that's stressing our baby out. And you don't need that. Like, you're pregnant. You need to take care of yourself. Like, they can handle it. He was just like explaining to me, like, I need to realize that I need to worry about my health and my baby's health, take care of my baby. So I really thank him. Like, I thank God for him and for him being here for me. And yeah, and for everybody who's been supporting me through my whole pregnancy, friends, family, everyone. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my 36-week update. When I go to the OBGYN, I'll probably give you guys another update, just let y'all know, like, if my plaque count changed, my iron went up, because people want me to do pregnancy vlogs and like all this other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing that some more, like, because everybody hits me up like, hey, so I have questions about, like, being pregnant, your pregnancy, how did it go and everything. So if y'all have any more like questions and stuff, I'm also doing Q&A on my social medias. So like on my Snapchat and on my Instagram, I'm gonna ask everybody to ask me questions about my pregnancy, and then I'm gonna do a vlog and I'm gonna video it and everything. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Make sure y'all go follow me on all my social media, which will be in the description box below. So y'all can let me know any questions y'all have about pregnancy, about my pregnancy, or just like in general. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. And if you're not new, then thank you for watching anyways, whatever. Make sure you like and comment. And if you're new, subscribe is what I was trying to say. And yeah, I love you guys. Mwah, mwah. And yeah, bye.